Find a comfortable seat on your mat and be sure to pull the flesh away from those sit bones so that you're starting with a nice stable foundation. Draw that navel in towards your spine and then allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. You're making your spine nice and tall. Draw your shoulder blades together and then down your back and place the hands on the thighs, palms up. Your chin is parallel to the ground or just slightly tilted forward to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Start to become aware of your breath. And if you're able, allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So this is our Samavriti breathing, balanced breath. Inhale and exhale are equal. With each inhale, allow your spine to grow tall. And as you exhale, keep the length in that spine, but begin to soften the body. So relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Let those knees gravitate towards the earth. And then bring those hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes looking forward. We're going to start today in Child's Pose. So you can just make your way to Child's Pose. If you're unsure how to get there, you can just come to all fours, hands and knees, and then shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs. So we're going to keep the elbows up off the ground here and make this an active Child's Pose. Press down through the fingers in the perimeter of those palms. Keep that breath balanced. And on your next inhale, bring yourself up to all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, back to Child's Pose. So here you're going to move with your breath at your own pace, inhaling up all fours, exhaling back, Child's Pose. No need to rush here. You can be going at a different rate of speed than I am, and that's perfectly fine. The next time you come up to all fours, pause there. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, round the spine towards the sky. The bottom and the head are drawn to the floor. And then on your inhale, the belly is drawn to the floor, the bottom and the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, belly draws down. Bring yourself back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. From here, step your right foot forward between your hands. The top of the left foot is flat on the mat. You're pressing down through the tops of those toes. As you inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards your mat. Breathe here. As you inhale, bring yourself up, and then as you exhale, straighten that right leg, hinging forward over the right leg, stretching that hamstring. Shift the body forward. Step the right knee back to meet the left. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So curl the toes under. Start to shift those sit bones towards the wall behind you. The knees lift just a bit as you press back through those heels, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Relax the heels towards the mat. Relax the head and neck. And then start to bend those knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to wag your tail to the right as you turn to look over that right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, wag that tail to the left, turn to look over that left shoulder. Inhale, center. 3 more on each side. When you finish, you'll bring yourself back to center, all fours, hands and knees. Next, step that left foot forward between your hands. As you inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards the mat. Breathe here. As you inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, straighten the left leg, fold forward. Breathe here. Shift the body forward. Step the left knee back to meet the right. Curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the space behind you. Knees lift as you press back, downward facing dog. Start to bend those knees. Go back down into child's pose. Next, you're going to just walk your hands towards your knees and you're sitting on your heels. Not everyone can sit on their heels, so if there's a different way that you need to sit, that's fine. One thing you can do is actually put a block between your feet and sit on that. That can help people. So take your left hand behind the left hip, nice tall spine. Right hand to the top of the left knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your left. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Place the right hand behind the right hip. Left hand to the top of that right knee. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to the right. Root down once again. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Come to all fours, hands and knees. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Start to shift those hips back. Knees lift as you press back. Downward facing dog. The hips point to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Heels relax towards the mat. Head and neck relax. And then start to walk the feet forward towards your hands. Coming to Uttanasana. Forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up to Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, bringing the hands down to the ground. As you inhale, come up halfway. And then as you exhale, fold forward. From here, step your right foot back, followed by the left coming to plank. You can have your knees up or down. For this one, I'll have my knees down. So you're pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palms. The inner elbows look forward. Start to bend those elbows towards the space behind you as you hug the elbows into the body, lowering down for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Curl your toes under. Shift back, down dog. Start to walk those feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Step the feet back to plank. This time I'll have my knees up so you can see that way. Again, we're pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palms. Start to bend the elbows, lowering down. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under. Shift back and rest. So here, you can rest in down dog or child's pose. Breathe. And then walk the feet forward. Coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Arms start to lift. Once the arms are in line with the ears, use that core. Bring yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Hug the elbows in, slowly lower. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra. Make sure to keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Navel draws in. Curl the toes under. Shift back, down dog. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Once again, we step back to plank. Knees up or down, your choice. Slowly lower. Chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under, shift back and rest. So again, you can take down dog or child's. This is sun salutation A. We've done 2 rounds and we're going to do 2 more. Start to walk the feet forward once again. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sorry, I have all these wardrobe malfunctions lately. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Sweep that chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Step the feet forward, Uttanasana. Press down through the feet, inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Slowly lower. Chaturanga. Sweep that chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under, shift back. Rest here or take child's pose. Start to walk those feet forward. Uttanasana. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more round. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Slowly lower down. Chaturanga. Sweep that chest through the arms, rising Bujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the feet forward. Uttanasana. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back and rest. Down dog or child's once again. You can choose. So if you're not there already, come to downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you and then step that right leg forward, putting the foot between the hands. And if you need to just pick the foot up and move it, that's fine. Root down through the sole of that left foot, toes point out slightly. As you inhale, bring yourself up, warrior 1, Veerabhadrasana One. Make sure the right knee doesn't jut out past your ankle. Root down through the outer edge of that back foot. Place the left hand on the back of the left thigh. Right palm looks to the sky. Draw an arch across the sky as you take it back for reverse warrior. Breathe here. Slowly bring yourself up. Cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of your right foot. Step back to plank, knees up or down. Hug the elbows in. Slowly lower chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step that left foot forward or pick it up and move it so the foot's between the hands. Root down through the sole of that right foot. Toes point out to the right slightly. Inhale, arms sweep up. Warrior One. Remember that balanced breath. Take your right hand to the back of your right thigh. Left palm looks to the sky. Draw an arch across the sky, taking it back. Reverse warrior. Slowly bring yourself up. Cartwheel those hands down, one on either side of that left foot. Step back. Down dog. You can stay in down dog or float forward to plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising Bujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you and bend your right knee. So here you're going to float forward and bring the right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards the left wrist, lower the shin, and then lower that left knee. So we're moving into a one-legged pigeon pose, and if you haven't done this before, this can be a pretty intimidating posture, but once you try it a couple times, you can kind of get the feel for it. So just try it if you've never done it before. So first of all, your right glute is up off of the ground. We don't want to collapse it down to the ground, so you can wedge a block under there. Next, you're going to walk your hands in line with the hips. So think about a pigeon, that nice broad chest, shoulder blades together and down your back, and you're pressing down through the tops of those left toes. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, start to walk your hands forward. So we're hinging from the hips here. You'll start to come down to your forearms, and you're feeling that stretch in the right hip, right glute. And then, if it's okay for you, eventually cross the forearms in front of you and just rest the forehead. See if you can just relax and let go here. Slowly come back up onto the forearms and then the hands. Here, you're going to curl the toes under on the left foot and lift the knee. And we're going to shift back to a three-legged downward facing dog. So the right foot reaches up towards the sky and then it lowers, coming to downward facing dog. So again, you can stay in down dog or float forward to plank. Hug the elbows in as you slowly lower. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Bend the left knee. Float forward, left knee towards left wrist, left ankle towards right wrist, right knee to the ground. Walk the hands in line with those hips. Nice proud pigeon here. And then as you exhale, walk those hands forward. Bring the forearms to the mat, eventually crossing the forearms, resting the forehead. Feel the stretch in that left hip, left glute. Come back up onto the forearms and then place the hands right under those shoulders. Curl the toes under on that right foot. The knee floats up and we'll shift back to our three-legged dog and lower that left foot. So this is our last vinyasa here. So you can stay in down dog or float forward to plank. Slowly lower, chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Cobra Pose. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. And then let's all bend the knees, go back down into Child's Pose and rest. So take a few moments here, come back to your balanced breath. Feel free to get a drink of water if you need to. And now we'll come to lay down on our bellies. So just clasp the arms in front of you, or cross the arms in front of you. Rest your forehead. Bend your knees and just let those legs sway from side to side. And then let the legs become still and begin to rotate those ankles. Reverse the direction of the ankle rotation. Let the ankles become still. Lower the legs to the mat. So your forehead is going to be on your mat, and you're going to take your arms and clasp your hands together at your low back. As you inhale, your head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of the mat as you reach the fists towards the feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. When you finish, lower down, cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Next, we're going to do a pose called half Bakasana, half frog pose. Bend your left knee. Let's start over. Sorry about that. So first, you're going to come up onto the forearms, and your right forearm is parallel to the top of your mat. Fingers spread wide, pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palm. Bend the left knee, and you're going to reach back and grasp the foot from the big toe side. Draw the heel in to the outside of your left glute. And then you're just going to turn the hand so the fingertips face the front of the room, the elbow is pointing to the sky. And breathe. Release that left leg, let it come back down. Cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Come back up and place that left forearm parallel to the top of the mat. So the elbow is in line with the shoulder, and then the forearm is parallel to the top of the mat. Bend the right leg. Reach back and grasp the foot from the big toe side. Pull that foot to the outside of the right glute, and then turn the fingertips to face the front of the room, and breathe. Release the right leg, lower it down, cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. So lift up the head a bit, take your hands right next to your chest, and we're going to press ourselves up to all fours, hands and knees. As you inhale, the right arm sweeps up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, that right arm sweeps back down as you thread the needle through the left arm, left side body. So the right side of your head and right shoulder are on the mat. So we really want to keep the weight out of the head and neck and use the legs to take the weight. So if you have a hard time doing that, keep your left hand where it is just to help keep the weight out of the neck, or you can reach that arm up to the sky. Lower the left hand, press the floor away, come back to all fours. On the next inhale, the right arm sweeps up. Exhale, it sweeps back down as you thread the needle through that left arm, left side body. Right side of the head, right shoulder. Well, I just did that same side, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Let's do the other side. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, it sweeps back down. Thread the needle through the right arm, right side body. Left shoulder, left side of the head, come to the mat. You can stay just like this or reach the right arm towards the sky. Lower that right hand, press the floor away, come back to all fours. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. So you're moving with your breath here at your own pace, in and out of child's pose. The next time you shift back to child's pose, pause there. And then we'll roll over onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. So we come to Apanasana. Place the right hand on the right knee, the left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from the chest. As you exhale, knees draw in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, pull them in. The next time you hug those knees in, give them a nice little squeeze, and then place the soles of the feet on the ground. Let the soles of the feet come together as those knees open up out to the sides. Take your index fingers, link them together, and then bring those arms up overhead, encircling your head. Breathe here. We're going to transition into Shavasana. So if there's anything that you need to be comfortable, please feel free to grab that. Once you have what you need, you'll just lay on your back. Legs extend out nice and long. And then bring the arms by your sides, palms face the sky. Let the arms be a few inches away from the body. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just let it all go. Allow your whole body to just sink into the floor. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. And let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let your eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over and rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn that head gently from side to side. Stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up, and then roll to the right side in the fetal position. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like, you can use those arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, bring those hands together at the heart. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Thank you for moving with the breath. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.